Remix and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Happy St. Patty's Day, everyone. Good morning and happy St. Patrick's Day. As you can see, I'm a little excited. I do love St. Patrick's Day. I am damn near half Irish. So I figured we'd have a vibe going. Oh, before we go any further, do me a huge solid and give me a big fat thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you're new and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy content. I'm drinking green tea today. It's not healthy. I literally colored my chai. But Guinness later. I've got the corned beef and cabbage on the stove as we speak. Let's say good morning to the chat. Good morning, Omari. Yes, forget about the Russos. He said, let's talk about baby Billy's baby Billy on the Righteous Gemstones. I swear, that's the hardest I've ever laughed while looking at a man's peen. Good morning, Fernando. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Music City Soul. Good morning, Tombe, and happy St. Patty's Day to you as well. Good morning. Thank you. I've already told you good morning, but yeah. Thanks. I might turn them off in a little bit. Looks like Shrek wee wee. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Did anyone else watch the Righteous Gemstones last night? Because that was flippin' hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Walton Goggins just owns streaming right now. He owns it. He's standing there just straight Porky Pigging it, talking to his niece and nephews. Don't look at it. Look at it. This is a real man right here. Dead. Absolutely dead. My God, that was hilarious. Anyone got any plans today for St. Patrick's Day? Anyone? Like I said, I got the corned beef and cabbage stewing for the next 6 hours. I got soda bread I'm going to be making. We do this every single year. And of course, I need me Guinness. I saw a video today where someone was pouring glitter in Guinness, in draft Guinness, and stirring the foam and stuff, like totally messing it up. Just broke my heart. Good morning, Dreaming Tabitha. Good morning. Cooking dinner. What are you cooking? Tell me all about it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something about this lady. I absolutely adore her. I don't know what I'd do without her. I was just telling Dave, like, how crazy is it that you meet these people on the interwebs, you've never met them in person, and they become such a vital part of your life. Tabitha is absolutely one of those people. Absolutely love her to death. She is one of the best human beings I've ever met in my life. I want to be her when I grow up. I swear. Shrimp salad? Sign me up. We'll have a potluck. I'll bring the corned beef and cabbage. You bring the shrimp salad. I went it's not translating well on camera. It's much more blended than what the camera's picking up. So I'm going to keep my glasses on. When Danny becomes a super YouTuber, I want, you shall have it. And you shall have it, my dear. If that ever happens, you shall have it. I promise. Oh my gosh. Let's get into it. There's so much that I want to talk about today. I definitely want to talk about the Russos, y'all. I definitely want to talk about these Russos. I swear. Poor Joe. Joe's out there just running his mouth about AI and everything. But I have this feeling that it's all Anthony. It's all Anthony's ideas. It's Anthony's mouth. It's just Joe's the one saying it. Anthony Russo is the real evil genius behind it all. So I just want to ask real quick, like, I'm about roughly 50% Irish. Like half my family came from Ireland, Western Coast in the late 1800s. During the potato famine, Black 41, as they say. Anyone else equally as blessed in the chat enjoying their St. Patrick's Day? Anyone else? Let me know. And we'll do a lovely little Irish toast before we go today. Potatoes. Yes. Lots of potatoes. I can't grow potatoes. It's one of the most devastating things that can happen to an Irish descendant. I have a dear friend in Ireland, Emmett Kennedy. Love him to death. Lots of prayers for him, guys. Put him on your list. But one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life, I showed him my sad potatoes. And he said, I've seen Skittles. I've seen Skittles larger than that. Yeah, I can't grow potatoes. I can grow sweet potatoes, but not real potatoes. Not that anyone cares. We're not here for that, are we? No, we're not. We're here for our nerdy news, for our daily dose of dork. Let's get into it. Okay. So this is coming from that MCU source account, and they're not citing a source. So this is probably bullshit. So, breaking news. Marvel Studios' Hawkeye has officially been renewed for season 2. I grew tater mini tots. I did. I'm going to try real hard not to slip in the old Irish accent here and there because I'm really terrible at it. Though my nan says it's not bad. Yeah, see, I need to stop. I'm insufferable. I'm painful to watch, I know. I did. Mini tater tots. It was bad. They were inedible. So, do we think this is real? Hawkeye season 2. And if so, do we need it? Do we really need it? I'm saying no. I'm saying no. I'm good with the one and done. I like Haley Steinfeld, don't get me wrong, but I'm good with the one and done on this. Interested to hearing your opinions. I have a feeling that most of you will probably agree with me. But yeah, this could very well be total pants. But if it's real, I wouldn't say it's necessary. Loki says it was a tolerable show until the last episode. Yeah, I didn't hate it. I really enjoyed Echo. She's cool. She's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just doesn't feel necessary. And why are we beating the streaming to death? We've already figured out that that's not exactly the play. It's just not working. There was a couple shows that have been great. I'm really enjoying Daredevil Born Again, but they've really been beating us to death with the streaming series. Especially Secret Invasion. Woo-hoo-hoo. And Falcon and Winter Soldier did not enjoy that. Yeah, I can't say that I'm a massive fan of Marvel streaming. Only a couple shows I've been really into. Man, She-Hulk was a big disappointment because they had the character on point, but the show itself was just a disaster. It was a mess. Just an absolute mess. Could have done so much better. It's just been missed opportunity after missed opportunity. And I just don't think this is a good idea if it's real. I just don't. All right. Grace Caroline Curry, who played Mary, as you can see in the Shazam movies, on the possibility of returning to the DC universe. I think getting to be in the universe at all has been such a lottery kind of feeling that I don't know if I got to come back in any capacity that would be wild. And she tells the direct that. Pardon me. Up to Task has suggested she'd be a good Wonder Woman. Fernando says Loki was the only streaming that worked for me. Yeah, that's one of the only series that I was like, oh, this is really good. Loki was that. Loki, WandaVision. I liked Moon Knight. I did. I mean, it wasn't top tier, but I mean, it certainly wasn't their worst either. But what do we think? How would we feel about Grace Caroline Curry playing Wonder Woman in the DC universe? Not hating it. Not hating it. And I am Wonder Woman, girl. I do love Wonder Woman. Fernando says she would be perfect. Perfect for Wonder Woman. Agreed. Tommy says Disney are really not learning the most basic of things. Less is more. Ramming content at an audience will invariably lead to poor quality products over time. Yeah, it's basic economics. It's basic economics. Somebody didn't take that class. Supply and demand. Loki says it's not the DC universe anymore. It's the James Gunniverse. So why not? Well, James Gunniverse is called the DCU. Yeah, I'd be okay with her playing Wonder Woman. She's good. I like her. Oh, like her. Ooh, here's some news I super love. So, guys, I was world's biggest Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan when I was late teens or all through my 20s. Heavy inspiration for my little world I've created, my book. Lots of that, Dan Rice and Christopher Pike. And mythology, lots of mythology. But I was a huge Buffy fan. It was probably the first show that I really got into on my own. And I mean, I could tell you what episode we were looking at from just a frame. I was super into. I could still quote most of it. I've been doing a rewatch. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. We have. So I'm really torn about this Buffy revival. Yeah, Buffy. And so the next Wonder Woman movie needs to be set in the modern world. Agree. Tomby says, I'm Spike. Oh God, I'm British. Randy Giles. Why not name me Desperate for a Shag, Giles? That's a great episode. Tabula Rasa. See? Good morning, Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. Good morning. Good morning, Sir Charles. Hello. Yes, I am world's biggest Buffy fan, which makes this very difficult for me. The Buffy revival, the revivals, reboots, all that stuff, they have not been going well, especially when they mess with our Gen X toys. Oh my God, that is one of my top 3 favorite lines from the entire show. I think about it entirely too much for a middle-aged woman. Cup of tea, almost got shagged, cup of tea. Giles's diary. Love it. Oh my God. Tommy, we just bonded on a whole nother level. I swear. Anyway, oh my God, he keeps distracting me because it's so fun. I'm very torn about this because I want it to be good. I have wanted a Buffy continuance for years. Everyone has wanted it. Spike himself, James Marsters, has said, well, they better get on it because I'm getting older. And it's apparent. And vampires don't age. So let's get on it. So anyway, they're getting on it. And apparently, Sarah Michelle Gellar says it's moving faster than she expected. She tells People magazine that we've set up our offices, which means things are progressing probably faster than I anticipated. Geller, who has partnered with Trainline for its new Ticket to Summer Love Travel in Europe campaign, says, but it's going to be a process, I think. To do it the way it needs to be done, everyone has to be patient with all of us because this isn't something that will just happen, she continues. So, I hope that they absolutely do take their time and do this right because everyone is watching. Absolutely everyone is watching. Out for a walk, bitch. Oh, better Buffy, Kristen Swanson or Sarah Michelle Gellar? Sarah Michelle Gellar. Because, listen, Buffy nerd here. And the movie, though it came out first, had a buttload of studio interference and it didn't get made the way that Joss Whedon wanted to. So the series is more of Joss Whedon's vision than the movie is. So Sarah Michelle Gellar, 100%. 100%. Good morning, deranged lunatic. Good morning, truth. Good morning. Happy St. Paddy's Day to you all. So, Sarah Michelle Gellar, 100%. The show is so good. It changed literally everything, not just for young adult TV shows, but for sci-fi, fantasy, horror shows, and Warner Brothers in general, which changed to UPN and then changed to the CW. So it basically this and then Smallville afterwards. If it wasn't for Buffy, we would have no Smallville. Buffy changed everything. Deranged Lunatic, aka DL. I'm not wearing green today. I want to get pinched. Well, you do you, boo-boo. You do you. But any other Buffy fans in the chat other than myself and Tommy looking forward to this with hopeful, cautious optimism? Anyone else? Anyone? Bueller? Let me know. Let me know. So we've got a lot of stuff going on with the Russos. They spoke to the Times, and we've got a lot of stuff in it. By the way, I know I'm in the minority here, but I liked The Electric State. I did. Ooh, Fernando. Yes, I did love the Angel series. I did. Sad how it ended. I didn't like how it ended. I was like, no. That's too abrupt. I want to see what happens. But anywho, I liked The Electric State. I thought it was heartwarming, touching. Maybe it's because it was oh so relatable for me, but I enjoyed it. Anywho, they talked to the Times. And they had some things to say about their upcoming Marvel movies. First, they're talking about the argument that Marvel is killing cinema. And this is Joe, of course. Joe Russo. Like this argument that Marvel movies were killing cinema, he continues. While Marvel movies seem to be keeping cinemas open for quite a long time, the Russos made arguably the best films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're politically informed thrillers, Captain America the Winter Soldier and Captain America Civil War, and the two Avengers behemoths, they got out before the rut began. Maybe the rut began because they got out. Now they have opted to go back. The brothers are filming 2 more Avengers movies due out in 2026 and 2027. In the meantime, they're releasing The Electric State, their new Netflix sci-fi film starring Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt, set in the world in which robots are all powerful, but it plays out as entry-level Terminator. Hmm. I don't want to talk about Electric State. I want to talk about Marvel. Where are they at? Aha. When the Russos entered the MCU, it was at a bullish time when its original heroes, Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, could do no wrong. The brothers succeeded in making Marvel dig deeper and has suffered since they left. Well, we love the genre, Anthony says. Well, it's nice to hear from Anthony. Some people wrote it off as less comprehensive form of storytelling that's more for children, but we think of it as relevant for adults. If it is treated with maturity and complexity, that's really all it is, commitment to storytelling. The trouble is there are now 29 Marvel TV series and 35 films. 29? We're already at 29 Marvel TV series? Oh my god. Oh my god, like, I feel like I knew that, but didn't know that at the same time. Good morning, Penny! Good morning to Penny's grandbabies! 29 series. My god. Yeah. Yeah, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Pardon me. The commitment to storytelling has fallen off a cliff and convoluted plots have taken root. What will the Russo brothers do about it? Yes, the MCU has got quite large, that's for sure, Anthony admits. I mean, frankly, we struggle with the same issue, but part of the reason Joe and I decided to go back is exactly what you're talking about. There needs to be more of a central narrative. That was something we were very specific about when we worked with Marvel before. We would like to bring back the focused narrative. Well, if anyone can save Marvel, it will be these two. After all, they were the ones who made it billions in the first place. I ask Pratt, can these men fix the MCU? Sure, he says. They know that it's the mundane human brokenness of characters that drives stories and makes the Avengers great. They have this ability to find the humanity. Back to the Russos. How will they bring back Robert Downey Jr. as the villainous Doctor Doom, given he died as a different character, Iron Man, in Avengers Endgame? We can't explain that as it's part of the story, Anthony says with a grin. But there's nobody else in the world who could play this character the way he's about to. Hmm. Interesting. Marvel is very saturated, says Fernando. Backyard Tardis says, what all are they counting? It's an excellent question. Loki, they're doing a bloody multiverse. What are you talking about trying to refocus? You have to deal with 40 characters plus older actors. I guess we won't know what they're talking about until the movies come out. Yet fans surely care less about the lesser Marvel superheroes than they did the big hitters, making the Russos' return a bigger challenge than their Avengers debut. Look, every movie is hard, Anthony says, but we're excited. We've got something to say. 2-for-1 cinema tickets at Everyman. Oh, hello. So, they're calling it a new beginning. They want to cut back, clear out the convoluted crap, and refocus, which is exactly what a multiversal story is for. Cleaning up a convoluted mess. It seems they might be the first ones to actually do the actual multiverse thing correctly. At least from what they're saying. Omar, if Mads Mikkelsen hadn't been in Doctor Strange, he would have been a perfect Doom. Everyone knows it. Oh, I agree with you. But I mean, that didn't seem to stop them from recasting Robert Downey Jr. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, but I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. They're admitting that the MCU is a convoluted mess right now, and they need to use the multiverse to clean it up. Again, I've said it 1,000 times. That is what a multiversal story does in comic books. That is the entire purpose of the multiversal story. Cleaning up years and years of convoluted storytelling. Fernando, my son is very disappointed we are not getting the original Victor Von Doom story, not feeling the variant twist. He loves RDJ. A lot of people are feeling that. A lot of people are feeling that. Dreaming Tabitha, say it 1,001 times. I did. I so did. But what do you guys think? Do you have faith in the Russos? Do you have faith in the Russos with Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars? Tell me what you think. Did you guys also hear where's he at? That Jason Ritter is going to be in the Lantern series? He's playing Billy Macon, a good-looking charmer who does his father's bidding, capitalizing on his father's reputation. He clings to his small-town Ingo and has everything to lose. Listen, I love Jason Ritter. He feels like the only person on the planet who completely and truly understands what the internet is for. He's flippin' hilarious. And he's an okay actor, too. Looking forward to that. Fernando says he has faith in the Russos. Pardon me. For Doomsday and Secret Wars. Loki, of course Loki does it. God of mischief and all. Or a green tea, Tabitha. I'm drinking a green tea, a green chai. I do love chai. Thank you. You can scan the QR code as well, folks. Fernando, do you think Tom Cruise can boost ticket sales for Superman the way RDJ would boost sales for Fantastic Four? There are a lot of Tom Cruise fans out there. There's a lot. That is very possible. I think Tom Cruise has his fan base, obviously. It'll get some moms out there for sure. And I think a lot of people will go out of curiosity, morbid and otherwise. So I think, yeah, that could be very well possible. Omari says, I'm optimistic about the Russos, but I need to see a teaser first. We're a little ways off from that, but they are due to start filming soon, which is crazy. Crazy. Some of the stuff, it seems like it's moved so fast to me. Like Superman and Fantastic Four. I feel like we were just talking about how this was announced the other day. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm looking forward to see what they got. I mean, we haven't met a Marvel movie the Russos made we didn't like. Superman, your mission if you choose to accept it. Is my tongue green? It is. As is the way of my people. Truth 31, like a buildup for one of Marvel's biggest villains in Doom. That is true. There's very little buildup for Doom. He gets a cameo at the end of Fantastic Four, and then his own movie. That's crazy. That's crazy. You have hit upon something, my good man. Woof. I do love the Russos, though. I do. Speaking of Tom Cruise, John Boyega states that Tom Cruise got him cast in Star Wars The Force Awakens. Apparently kept telling J.J. Abrams that you got to watch this kid and Attack the Block. Look at Tom Cruise, just saving everybody. Saving everybody. Do we want to? I do not want him in any superhero movies. I'm just not a Tom Cruise fan. My favorite Tom Cruise appearance is him as Len in Tropic Thunder. The producer in Tropic Thunder. Shame Tom couldn't get Boyega any more roles. He was in what was that Queen movie? I can't remember the name of it. He was in that. He was good. He was really good. Love Tropic Thunder. Love it. Love it. We quote it quite a bit here. Take a step back and literally fuck your own face. Yeah, it was great. I speak movie quotes fluently and Buffy quotes. Maria, if you had a shot with Tom Cruise or RDJ in their youth and you were single, who would you choose? Oh, RDJ. RDJ. Have you seen him in his youth? Oh. He was a good time. Oh, Tom Cruise has been a Scientologist like since the 80s. So I'm going RDJ. RDJ's better looking. What a great question, Medea. Thank you. Tommy, me too. Boondock Saints later. So many quotes in that movie, including the full prayer. Love Boondock Saints. Love it. My uncle, God rest his soul, he introduced me to that movie. He loved that movie. He loved the stuttering bartender. That was his favorite. Omari, has Tom Cruise grown out of his youth? He ages about as slow as Keanu Reeves or Paul Rudd. He's starting to look older. It's starting to happen. It's all that Scientology witchcraft that slowed it down. Have you heard he's dating Ana de Armas? She's joining Scientology, guys. We're about to lose her. The stuttering bartender was the old man in the Fraggles. That's right. You're right. I think I just drank like a whole glob of food coloring. Good morning, Taco Cat, and happy St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day. So, little news for the week. I will not be here tomorrow or Wednesday. I have doctor's appointments this week, and I know it's screwed up my consistency, but I really can't help it. I have doctor's appointments tomorrow and Wednesday. Gotta do it, though. Don't have a choice. So, remember we talked about them doing another Starship Troopers movie, which I have so many concerns. I'm not quite sure Hollywood fully understands what Starship Troopers is about. It's a very anti-communist book by Robert Heinlein. The bugs represent communists and communism as a whole. I don't think Hollywood truly understands that. However, Sony is reportedly doing a new adaptation of Starship Troopers from District 9 and Chappie director Neil Blomkamp. The project is not a remake of Paul Verhoeven's 1997 film, but rather will go back to the 1959 novel as source material, saith the Hollywood Reporter. Has anyone read the Heinlein novel Starship Troopers? I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I covered a lot of information about the Heinlein novel in my mission of science fiction. It's one of the many pieces of science fiction that has been trying to warn humanity for the last 200 years Fernando Zayas, do you think Constantine 2 will lead to a Justice League Dark live action movie if they're smart? If they like money? If they want to make fans happy, it absolutely will. I had no idea Starship Troopers was a political story. It is. It absolutely is. So you should check out my video, The Secret Mission of Science Fiction. Okay. There's a lot of stuff about different Heinlein books in there, but there's a whole section about Starship Troopers. Check it out. If it sounds like something you would be interested in, definitely read the book. Very eye-opening. Very good. Backyard TARDIS has read the book. I'm not surprised. I'm absolutely not surprised. Truth says, I haven't read it. Is it one of those novels in which the message can be interpreted in different ways? Now, he's been very clear about that. It's an anti-communist book. He's been very, very clear about that. The bugs represent communists. He's come right out and said that. Great book, amazing author. Okay, wrote Fahrenheit 451. Amazing science fiction author. If they actually make this movie truly based on the 1959 novel, then you're in for a ride. We're in for some good content. If not, here we go again. I do not want to understand the bugs. I do not want their actions justified. They're supposed to be the bad guys. Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said that. Oh. Because I'm drinking tea, not coffee. You're absolutely right. Heinlein wrote Martian Chronicles, I believe. Let me double check because I know I read that one too. And I friggin' loved it. No, that's Ray Bradbury. That's where, okay. Ray Bradbury wrote the Martian Chronicles in Fahrenheit 451. I knew that, but I'm not very smart. I just keep opening my mouth and making myself look even worse as time goes by. Oh, I don't know why I can't think of it, but there's another book that Heinlein wrote, and I can't spit it out. And for some reason, I frequently get him confused with Ray Bradbury. I don't know why. Is it because their names both begin with an R? Okay. The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. That's the other one. That's a really good one. And I do talk about that in the sci-fi book. It happens, he says. Yes, but once the internet gets a hold of it, suddenly I don't know anything that I'm talking about. I think Hollywood will run away from the political time of the story, or the political tone of the story. That's the problem. If it was pro-communism, they probably would just be like, yeah, full throttle. But since it's anti, they probably won't. Because we're not in the 50s or 60s anymore. It's not cool anymore. So we've got this Entertainment Weekly has posted our first images of the Mortal Kombat 2 movie, which I'm excited about because Carl Urban is Johnny Cage. We get some Johnny Cage. Pardon me. I'm really excited to see him as Johnny Cage. I think he'd be great. We got Jax behind him and Kung Lao, looks like. Or is that Liu Kang? He doesn't have the hat, so it's probably Liu Kang. What else we got? We've got what's his name again? Why can't I say his name? can't say. Someone say the bad guy's name. And it begins with an S. But I'm going to say it wrong. Because that's me today. This is Kitana. I want a good Kitana. She was my favorite to play with. And my brother would get really mad at me because I would do the special move where she'd spin her fans and throw you up in the air and then chop you to pieces. I'd corner him and do that over and over again. He's like, stop using special moves, Daddy. Mortal Kombat 2 was my jam. Scorpion. Scorpion's back. Love him. Hiroyuki Sanada. Looks good. I mean, the first movie was not that great. Mortal Kombat's kind of known of Shao Kahn. That's his name. Shang Tsung is the sorcerer. And Shao Kahn is I always get them confused too. Like Ray Bradbury and Robert Heinlein. I don't know why I do that. Yeah, those are the names. Shao Kahn. But the images look good. I didn't really, the movie they put out a couple years ago was not that great. I don't think I've ever rewatched it. And that's usually my metric for how much I like something. If I rewatch it. And I've forgotten about it multiple times. So hopefully this one is not, no one needs to see my messages. Hopefully it's better than the first one. Fernando says this one better take place in an actual Mortal Kombat tournament. Agree. We just followed that kid and his family around, that brand new character they made. He was okay. We need a Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat movie. Dope. I would watch that. In a heartbeat. It's not Mortal Kombat unless some NPC shouts out, Toasty! That's my brother's favorite part. He got excited every single time. As most middle school boys did when that came out. Yeah. We need that, and we need the Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat movie. Here for it. Who was your favorite character to play with in Mortal Kombat 2? Mortal Kombat 1, Johnny Cage was my character. That's the one I played with all the time. 2, Kitana. Loved the fans. 3, it was Sindel. I liked the hair whip thing. Fernando says, bring back the original score. Agree. That first Mortal Kombat movie soundtrack, I listened to it on loop in my teenage years. Tommy says, with a tongue like that, Danny, it looks like the Hulk had a good time. Happy ending. No leprechaun jokes? The Hulk? Okay. Fernando says his go-to character was Sub-Zero. That was my brother's favorite. That and Cyrax. Tommy said Scorpion. For him, get over here. I liked the girl characters, except Johnny Cage. Number 1, Johnny Cage was my jam. Oh, another vote for Sub-Zero from Taco Cat. God, I love Mortal Kombat so much. Not a big gamer, but man, I played Mortal Kombat over and over again. And Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's see if I got anything else we can throw out there while we're winding down. If you got any last minute questions, comments, emotional outbursts, leave them in the chat below. We're winding down. Andor creator Tony Gilroy reveals how he approaches writing in the Star Wars universe. We're trying very rigorously to be more serious about this shit than anybody ever has been. We can tell. And I guess that's good news for my friend Ro at Scarif Scuttlebutt podcast, because he hates comedy. He's a giant weirdo who hates comedy. I like the silly aspect of Star Wars. I like a mix. I like a good mix. And there's always been some silliness in Star Wars. I like it. I think Andor is one of the best things they've done. But I do enjoy the silliness. Loki says, by ignoring the thing everyone likes, the Jedi and the Force. Yeah. The spirituality, I love the magic, the mysticism, and the spirituality of Star Wars. Very disappointed we haven't explored it more. The Acolyte had that huge opportunity, and they just like walked right past it. Like, I don't see you. I don't see you. Like, missed opportunities. But I do love Andor. I do. It's good stuff. Good stuff. And this last thing, Jenna Ortega says she'd love to star in a new Gremlins movie. Call me, she says. Put our toys down. Stop playing with our toys. You always break them. Jenna Ortega's nice. I like her. She's a good actress. Okay. She seems to have her head on right. No more Gen X movies. Make new movies. New things, new stories. Okay? New stories. Mickey 17. New sci-fi story. I mean, it's based on a book. But I enjoyed it. It was good. It's an original story. And it was good. Really good. Sauces are the hallmark of a civilized society. There's so many so many new possibilities for sauces here. Love her. And I like The Electric State, also based on a book, but it's a new story. People are complaining, wanting new original things. They put them out there and then nobody goes to watch them. Fernando, are plans for a series based on the Mascara dead? The what? The Mascara? You mean the Masquerade? They tried that before in the 90s. Vampire the Masquerade. They tried that. It'd be good if they tried again. They actually took it seriously and did it well. They did it on the WB right before Buffy came out. I watched it. The Truth 31 says, I need Jenna and Sydney Sweeney in a Wild Things remake. Stop with the remakes. No. Just went the opposite direction. No more remakes. New things. Jenna Ortega is overexposed right now. Shoot, she is not as overexposed as Pedro Pascal and everyone else. Like Chris Pratt. Those are some overexposed people right now. I know her from like one thing. Off the top of my head, like one thing. That's basically all I got today, guys. Have you had a good time? I've had a good time, and I'm really bummed that I'm not going to be here Tuesday and Wednesday. I like being consistent, and life keeps interrupting. Like, I've had to plant things and farm and the storms and clean up from storms, and now I've got doctor's appointments because that's my life. But I'm going to miss you guys. Oh, I meant the island of Mascara. Oh, that got a full-blown cackle for me, Fernando. I meant the island of the Mascara. Mascara Island makes sense because they're all women, but Themyscira. Oh my God. I'm calling it Mascara Island now. Yeah, as far as I know, they're still doing Paradise Lost. They're still doing it. And it's based on Wonder Woman Historia. Please read that. It is so good. It is one of my absolute hardcore favorite Wonder Woman anythings now. Read Paradise Lost. Arkham Gaming, Truth. I wonder why you would want the Wild Things remake. Ha! No more remakes! Tommy, loved it, Danny. Much appreciated for the stream. Chat, you have been awesome as always. Everyone, go subscribe to Tommy. He's just the best. You got to check out Tommy. He's absolutely hilarious. I absolutely love him. Oh my God. Thank you guys for hanging out today. I always have such a good time. I'm going to miss you guys the next 2 days, but I'll be back on Thursday and we'll talk some more. We'll have some more stuff. I want to hear about everyone's St. Patrick's Day. Bring back the I do play a little accordion, by the way. True story. I play accordion. Thank you, Grandpa, for that. I am a member of the Red 5 Network. You're absolutely correct. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators. So if you like this podcast, chances are you'll like other Red 5 podcasts. So check out red5.bio.link today for more of your Red 5 podcasts. I am so happy you guys joined me. Thank you for supporting the channel by chatting and liking and subscribing, ringing the notification bell, but there are other ways to do it. You get this QR code up here that takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua, and you can tip me and say thank you for as little or as much as you like. Without financial support from guys like you, I am not able to keep this on the air. I'm not, because this stuff costs money that I don't have, because I'm not monetized yet. So all the support from you guys goes directly to keeping me available for the software so I can stream to you guys several days a week. If Buy Me a Coffee doesn't work for you, there's Cash App. You can check out my Cash App right there, $ and my name. We also have a merch store, comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. All 100% my designs. There's the Patreon. You can join the official Nerdling Army by going to patreon.com/comics. And you can join one of 3 tiers starting as little as $3 a month. You get exclusive content, exclusive Nerdling Army merch. You get outtakes, behind the scenes, Ask Me Anything, and requests. I am currently working on Nerdling First Class, Backyard TARDIS's request of the question. I'm doing a breakdown of the question for my next pre-recorded video. So check it out, patreon.com/comics. And I am an affiliate for Leash Boss. If you have a pupper dupper at home and you love them, well, then you should shop for them from the only people on the planet who love them as much as you do. Check out the link below. It's all in the description. If you use my link, you get 10% off. My gift to you on this St. Patty's Day. On this St. Patty's Day. But until then, nerds, that's pretty much all I got. Ooh, that chipped down really quick. That's all I got. You guys have an awesome St. Patrick's Day. I will see you Thursday.
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!